So the transfer window has officially closed, and well, let's just say it's been a very, very average one. Obviously, today there has been some movement from Arsenal. We have signed a 22-year-old right back slash centre back, Japanese, Takahiro Tomiyasu. Sorry if I pronounced it wrong. I haven't really watched him play. Never watched him play. I only like went on YouTube seeing like a highlights, a compilation, whatever. But a lot of those compilations make players look like brilliant. We saw with Nicolas Pepe. Or to be fair, Pepe he is a like good player, but the comps like made him look like he was an absolute world beater. And then he came, we saw what he was really like. And yeah, just comps deceive people. But I'm not saying that this comp is gonna deceive us. Like we never know how good this signing might turn out to be, but let's just hope for the best. And going the other way, like going out of the club, Hector Bellerin has joined Real Betis on a 1 year loan. I don't know if the move is going to be permanent, but yeah, we've got rid of Hector Bellerin finally, and let's just hope like the new right back coming in does a better job than him. To be fair, I've never, even though I've never watched Tomiyasu play. Like I know he's an upgrade on Bellerin and Chambers already, so that's a plus. But let's just hope he's a good signing. We've signed him for I think 20 million euros. So yeah, we've actually made a signing. To be fair, all our signings have been defensive signings. The only attacking signing we've made was Martin Odegaard. Every single signing has been defensive. And what we lack the most in this team is creativity in goals. So we sign four defensive players: Ramsdale, Ben White, Nuno Tavares, and Tomiyasu. I'm not against the signing of Tomiyasu. I'm not against it at all. We needed a right back, and I'm glad we got him. But yeah, four defensive signings when your main like problem is attack is a bit weird to me. So yeah, like we spent the most money in the league, the most money, and we haven't improved one bit. Our team is looking even worse now. It's okay. It's not worse, but it's still looking average. Like that team ain't gonna compete for shit. And there's obviously one signing that needs to be made, and that's a new manager, Arteta. We're all waiting for him to get sacked. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, some people are still backing him. I don't understand what's going through those people's heads, but ultimately, most fans want him sacked, rightfully so, because literally, if we keep him, we ain't going nowhere. He should get sacked. And speaking of Arteta, he's pretty much lost the dressing room now. He's lost it. Look at what you got. You got Ainsley Maitland-Niles coming out, posting things on social media about his Arsenal future or whatever, saying that he just wants to be somewhere where he's wanted and he wants to play. I've never seen players do that ever. And Ainsley Maitland-Niles did that. The treatment of Ainsley Maitland-Niles has been a disgrace. Arsenal blocked his move to Everton, and then apparently he's not training with the first team anymore now. And okay, maybe like maybe that news like got updated because I saw the apparently Arteta had like I spoke with Ainsley and told him that like he's part of his plans or whatever. But still, the treatment of Ainsley has been disgusting. The treatment of William Saliba has been disgusting. Ganduzi, them players there. William Saliba signed for Arsenal on a 5 year deal. 3 of those years, he hasn't even played a single minute for Arsenal. Hasn't played a single minute. I've never seen shit like that in my life. But Teo Ganduzi, all he did was show passion against Brighton a year ago, and then his reward, you're not playing for Arsenal again. And Ganduzi's levels above like a lot of our players, but just because of him showing passion and actually like standing up for Leno and shit, yeah, against Mopey, he gets frozen out. Meanwhile, Granit Xhaka, yeah, strangles players, gets red cards, all of that. Arteta keeps giving him chances to get back into this team. Arteta, yeah, he's got his favourites. He's clearly got his favourites. Imagine Ganduzi did what Xhaka does. He'd be executed by Arteta. I'm telling you right now. It's a joke. And don't even get me started on the treatment of Mesut Ozil. Ozil got treated like an absolute bum. Ozil, bruv. I actually feel sorry for Ozil. He didn't get a proper sending off. He got frozen out of the squad for speaking up on the whole situation with the Muslims in China. Like the way this club treats players is actually a joke. Like Mikel Arteta's man management is the worst I've ever seen. This guy is literally a terrorist. He's an actual terrorist, Arteta. I want him out of my club now. I don't want this video to turn into an Arteta out thing or whatever, but he's the main problem. The best signing we can make right now, like I said, is a new manager. And our midfield is looking average. The only options we have, Xhaka, Partey, Lokonga, El Nini. 4 central midfielders. That's a joke. That is actually a joke. And we loaned out Torreira, so you don't even have him anymore. Guendouzi's at Marseille, Saliba's at Marseille, and even though Saliba's better than Pablo Mari and Rob Holding and Kolasinac, Chambers, they're all still here. Saliba's the one that gets loaned out. He's apparently not ready to play for Arsenal. Bro, this is a joke, innit? Joke. This whole window's been a joke. Okay, I'm glad we strengthened, in terms of depth, but our starting 11 still looks the same. No experience whatsoever. In a starting 11, you need leaders, experienced players. Every single team has one. We don't have one. David Luiz is actually a leader. Luiz, as much as he made mistakes, he actually was an important part of this Arsenal team. Luiz. He was a leader in the dressing room. Could put his arm around the youngsters, or on the pitch, does a lot of talking. Every team has that leader. You see it at every team. At Chelsea, they got Azpilicueta. And at Liverpool, they got Henderson. Manchester United, they got Maguire. Or even Bruno Fernandes, he does a lot of talking. He's a leader. At Tottenham, you got Hugo Lloris or Harry Kane. And even at them other clubs I mentioned, at Chelsea, it's not only Azpilicueta, they got other players that are leaders too. Even Rudiger, he's a leader. Yeah, bro, all them teams have leaders in it. Leaders. Arsenal have none. Aubameyang's our captain. He's not a leader. Let's be real now. Aubameyang's not a leader. Neither is Granit Xhaka. Xhaka does a lot of whining or whatever, but he's not a leader. Players don't look up to him. They don't. This team needed so much more signings than we got. So much more important signings than we got, but we're going into this season with a bunch of unexperienced players. Literally, all of our signings this window have been under 23 players. Are you actually taking under 23s? And I know this whole thing is about building for the future or whatever, but what about now? We're 20th place now. We need an instant fix now. Not in the future, now. And the club hasn't even thought of that. This window's been a joke, honestly. I don't even know how we're gonna save our season. We're 20th in the league. Only a couple weeks of international break. We're back in the Prem again. It's looking horrible. Not gonna lie. But yeah, that's just been my whole transfer window wrap up. And I'll see you when the Prem comes back after the international break. Until then, like, subscribe, and I'm out.